Hey everybody, we are talking about that season finale of Nightcap here on PopTV about AFTERBUZZ TV. Stay tuned after that opening.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
My anaconda don't, my anaconda don't, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns.
I'm just gonna let that play. You can just cut it off from there. I'm just kidding. Hey everybody, welcome to Nightcap Recap here on AFTERBUZZ TV. I am your host, Alexis Torres. You can find me all over social media at aTorres890. That's ATORES890. We got a great panel over here because it's the season finale, guys.
And we're all here.
We're all here. The gang is back together talking about anacondas.
We had to be here for the finale. Yes.
Yeah, of course. I got over here, aka Golden Boy over here,
you,
Chris
Alexis.
Valentine.
Hey guys, I'm Chris Valentine. You can find me on Twitter, aka Golden Boy, and website chrisvalentine.la.
You better go check it out. And then I've got the lady who is not too wise. Just kidding. She's always wise. Hayley O'Connor.
Yes. Hello, I'm Hayley O'Connor. You can find me on Twitter at Hayley O'Connor, and that is Hayley with 2 Y's. If you don't use 2 Y's, you're not 2 Y's.
Exactly.
You're gonna miss that.
No, I am gonna miss it. But I mean, I'll get to see you. They won't, but it's okay. But you guys should catch them at their other shows. Definitely check out our iTunes. Definitely get into the live chat. Do all that awesome stuff because we want to know if you love the show because the show was insane. I can't even believe we're talking about this season finale already because it's already been 10 episodes. Like I thought we were gonna have. I thought we were gonna have more.
I thought it was like, episode 9.
Yeah. Trust me. I feel like all the episodes just blend together now because it's just they were so quick.
We did some doubles.
Well, they do. We know they're already renewed. They're getting a second season, so it's not the end of Nightcap.
Yes, you guys will still be able to catch it at PopTV. So yeah, it's interesting. So let's get into it. So we had 3 awesome people. Well, I guess 2 awesome people, and then we had a very weird anaconda guy.
No show on animal
we had 3
again.
because we had Mariska Hargitay, we
Right.
had Joel Schumacher, and we had Rosie Perez. I'm really sad that we didn't get to see more of Rosie
the snake.
Perez. Rosie Perez,
She
but
looked
yeah.
great.
Oh my gosh,
she has her like
fantastic.
dimple that is always there.
I'm glad that she was smiling for a majority of
She's
this.
smiling, so even if she has filler, she does not fill in that little.
Oh my God, no way! I didn't even know she had plastic
surgery. We've been
surgery.
talking like, well, it's not necessarily plastic surgery. It just keeps
just
you
filler.
fresh, so you don't have to get a major facelift.
I'm sorry. I was incorrect. I'm very ignorant about
We
that
talked
stuff.
about it yesterday in the Housewives of Beverly Hills, where Kyle's like, I'm not going to get a facelift until I absolutely have to. So you use filler and Botox to keep it going for a long time. And sometimes you don't need one.
Right.
But Rosie looked fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I told you last week, I says, I know it's somebody. I've worked with this person. Was it Lopez or... No, it's Perez.
Perez. Yeah, you're on the right track.
And guess what? The pilot that we were working on together, it was a comedy. So she knows her comedy.
Yeah,
so
she's funny.
No, she's actually really funny. I think
Yeah.
she's done some stuff as well. Like, I don't know if it's improv, but she's definitely done some comedy stuff. I just don't remember off the top of my head, like, what it specifically is, but...
Well, supposedly, Joel Schumacher was supposed to, like, lean her away from doing the scene, and he told Todd that she'd come right back, and we never saw what happened.
Right. I kind of wanted them to show the sketch that they were doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wanted it to be like some I don't know, like something, heavier than like a late show sketch or whatever they were supposed to be doing.
And then to see people just, like, not laughing, they're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, moved and feeling weird.
Oh, that would have been so
Well, I almost
funny.
felt like, did we not hear Todd the Tool as his name throughout the season, or is that something new tonight? Because it seems to fit perfectly, right? Oh,
It
Todd the
does
Tool. He
fit
is such a
perfectly.
tool.
I think that because they knew that Todd acts like a tool, so it just kind of worked out really well.
I mean, if
for
they
him.
would have said that episode 1, we would have called him that the
Oh
whole
no,
season.
I've always thought he was a tool. I just didn't think to put the names together.
You didn't have the brashness to say it.
I
He
did,
was
but I'm happy about
especially
it.
tooly in this episode, I
Yeah.
gotta say. He, like, a couple, I wasn't here last week, obviously, but a couple of episodes, he, like, crawled a little bit over the line into my good graces. And, like, nope, this week he was just really annoying.
He was so cute in that outfit.
No.
No?
Nothing.
Oh, so huggable.
No
that
points
little bear
awarded.
soft.
Soft hammer.
I didn't even get the joke when he said, it's not wood, it's soft right now. I'm like, oh, I didn't get that the first time.
No, like,
That's subtle humor, Todd. Wow.
Exactly. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't even know he could do
I
subtle,
was
so
gonna
I'm really
say,
proud of
is he
him.
smart enough to come up with a joke like
Fair.
that?
No,
I'm
he
not
did.
so
I think
sure.
he did really good. Well,
Yeah.
so let's get into it really quick. So obviously we could put Rosie Perez and Joel Schumacher together. We talked about it. That we had Todd the Tool. He was like super excited because Jimmy's like, yeah, you get to own this entire segment. It's all you. And Rosie Perez was totally into it. But I guess we didn't really understand what was happening. with all of that because the fact that there wasn't a script.
There's
it was
no
just like
script.
be funny and improv.
And
Sure.
go.
I think actors can relate to any like crappy audition or things
You know,
you've been on
auditions
where
are
they
like that, right?
where they
Yeah.
don't give
They
you anything and they're
expect you
just
to do
like
all the
figure
work.
it out.
you've studied at UCB, just improv it.
Create.
Oh, improv what? Like,
Create.
so
Do the work yourself.
Mad sympathy for that. Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
I think that was really great that they brought that up because it felt awesome just to see her just like get up there and be like, okay.
She can act
That's
just
my
with her
reaction
eyes.
to Todd. Yeah.
No, like all the time. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, I love that she just kind of was like us, like she was the audience.
It was
Yeah.
like
really
the
funny.
PR Tonight girl too. She didn't. I think
Malik.
she had 3 words.
She was
Malik.
she was
Yeah.
great tonight.
Malik had 3 words. You could tell exactly what she was thinking throughout the whole show just from her eyes.
I love that she was just
Right?
giving mad side eye the entire show.
I can't
Like,
believe she let Mariska Hargitay, however you say the name,
hard. I messed it up. Mariska Hargitay.
Hargitay.
Dang it! I messed it up. It's okay. It's fine.
I can't believe.
Huh?
Josh.
Hargitay.
Thank
Thank you.
Not Hargitay.
Hargitay.
voice
You have to
from
say that.
above.
You have to say that's our awesome producer Josh up there.
Yes.
You have to have the G in there. Hargitay.
I cannot believe Marika.
Mariska.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
no, the PR person.
Oh, Malika.
Malika.
Yeah.
I cannot believe Malika would let her client be swallowed by an anaconda.
I don't think she cared. To be honest, I really don't think
She's
she
so
did.
protective of her clients, and then even after Marissa was being swallowed whole, she wasn't in a big rush to get back into the
Pretty
studio.
calm, yeah.
That was weird because usually she's very protective of her clients.
I think it depends though, because sometimes she's not like she has moments where she's just like no, and there are other times where she's kind of like whatever, you can do whatever you want. You know, like she's
Really?
usually just rolling her eyes and chewing gum. Like
you can
that's like
eat
what
getting
she
by a
does.
snake. We don't really care.
I felt like she was just kind of done with pop, and I think she just didn't like she didn't care. No, like if you look at her face, because the fact that she was talking to Stacy the entire time, you know, like I feel like if she was protective, she would have been running out there, but she was kind of like, no, I feel like I have bigger fish to fry, and I'm gonna talk about this at this point in time, or maybe we just didn't have time for her to like get into it.
Well,
because
Wendy Williams is her client too.
Yeah.
Everybody's her client.
Well, yeah, I mean, she is the PR lady, like that just gets
Of everyone.
client.
Everybody
Yeah,
in
one
New York.
Good for
PR
her.
lady in New York.
Yeah, she's the only one. Hey, whatever, get it, girl. But yeah, I guess we can jump into that. I'm
Go
trying
in
to like
order.
run through everything
You
of
could-
like.
You do it in order, dear.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to remember because it's hard because we had Joel and Rosie at the same time, so I was trying.
Yeah.
You know how I usually go by guest, but
Yeah.
like they were kind of at the same time. I love how Joel just kind of like. If you don't know who Joel Schumacher is, he directed a lot of stuff.
Please let me say a few words.
Yeah, go for it,
He
please.
is one of my favorite directors,
Yeah.
and I will probably be the only one in the world to ever say this. But I loved Batman Forever, and I loved Batman and Robin.
I liked it.
I thought out of the entire franchise, from beginning of time to the end, except for the cartoon ones. I love the cartoon ones too.
Of course.
But that was the 2 best Batmans
Are
ever.
you a closet nerd?
I'm a closet something else, okay? And those movies,
I don't know about that.
Not too closet.
those movies, those movies don't get any gayer. If you watch them, they
Right.
are like.
I mean, no,
Right,
you're
that's
correct.
true.
No, you're
and
absolutely
he
correct.
is known as a gay director. I don't think that's. I don't. Maybe he isn't.
I feel like
I don't know if he's out or if whether
Well,
he is
the
or not.
funny
I
thing,
don't know.
I
the
won't
funny
go
thing
into, I won't go
was,
into that, but they have said that he gated up those movies, and they are.
gee, I mean, the homoerotic undertones in comic books from 40s and 50s. It's been there the whole time.
Yes.
he just put it to film.
And if you can't do it with Batman and Robin, and
He really shouldn't.
But
Because
he
Robin's
even-
supposed to be a kid.
But
so.
he even he calls it out in this episode. Rosie Perez says, "Oh, I love all your stuff," and he's like, "Batman and Robin." And he's like,
exactly,
yes.
it's a joke, and I
So,
don't,
like,
I
it's
don't
a-
appreciate it. I
You
don't
really
appreciate
love
it.
it, genuinely.
He should take ownership of that movie, just like George Clooney. I thought that was his best movie.
Really?
Yes.
Of all time.
Out of all of his movies, I thought he made a fantastic Batman.
great.
That
Good for
dark,
you.
brooding,
Yeah.
the whole look of him was perfect for Batman.
Sure. No, I'm not saying
And
that
Chris
you're wrong.
O'Donnell and Alicia Silverstone. I mean, it was heaven on earth.
I love
Heaven
Alicia
on earth.
Silverstone, just not as my Batgirl, because I'm a huge DC nerd, and I was like, no.
Well, we talked about this last night. She's going to be doing that other movies series for the Beverly Hills Housewives. She's going to play Kyle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know how they made her the mother. I don't know how she looks like Kyle. I mean, they don't look alike at all, but whatever. She's working. And
No,
I'm glad.
I'm happy for her. No,
I'm
I love
glad.
her a lot. Just stay away from Batgirl for me, okay?
Well, I think he was the one that was livid with her. Joel said, if you don't lose weight, you in my movie, you will pay for it for the rest of your life or something.
Jesus.
I just came to mind, and she said she couldn't stop eating French fries, and
Girl,
she
you
went
and I
vegetarian.
both.
She went, yeah, me too. She went vegetarian later.
Haley just looks like
These
in
are just
shock.
side
This is
notes.
horrifying.
These are side notes because we talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody can break down a show, but if we can turn this into a show and bring in side information, I think it's much better.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But no, I actually really like Joel Schumacher and all of his stuff. He's done a great amount of things. I love The Lost Boys, Phantom of the Opera, things like that. Like it's just
Phantom of the Opera,
Yeah.
the Emmy Rossum.
yeah. I mean Gerard Butler, I'm like boy, but that's again
What does
because
that boy
I'm
mean? Like or dislike?
no, just like I think
Butler?
I know I love Gerard Butler. I don't like him as my Phantom.
Yeah.
That's the other
Okay.
thing is I've been a theater kid. I've been going to musicals
no.
all my life. Like it's no.
I'll take Gerard Butler in anything.
Anything else?
I will
I will
buy a
watch him in
ticket.
anything else.
I will
would-
buy a ticket.
Yeah, but
I love him as Superman's father.
not.
Wasn't he?
Oh, I don't think so. Oh no, I don't think
Was
so.
it
I think
Gerard?
somebody else.
Was it the other guy?
think
No,
it
it
was
was
a different-
Gerard Butler, the new
We'll come
Superman.
back. We'll come back. No,
Okay.
we'll come back to that. But yes.
Josh, check on that.
For Man of
Please.
Steel, right? Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking for?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it was somebody else, but I could be wrong.
Somebody that looks like, oh no, you're right. It was that other guy. I think it was another guy. They look
Terrible.
alike. I'll buy a ticket
yeah.
for both
No,
of
it's all
them.
good. It's all good. So pretty much as Schumacher usually works, he took over. That's just how his.
We expected
his thing,
it.
Oh yeah, I was like clearly as soon
Well,
as
someone had to. So
as soon as he sat
merciful.
down in that director's chair, I was like, oh, here
There
we
it
go.
is.
It's all
Yep.
over for Todd.
Yep.
He kind of looked. I don't know if this. I think he kind of looked like Martha Stewart, and he sounded like her too.
Really?
Rewatch it. They
might
have the
have
same
to.
eyes and everything.
I didn't even notice. Haley's just like, what's happening?
What?
So random, so random. But I had to put that out there. Like
Yeah.
little cross-eyed. They looked like Martha Stewart.
There's no. That's the picture of
That's
Superman.
Superman.
We need to
Superman's
find
father.
the dad.
Father.
It would be crap.
Not Gerard
Jor-El.
Butler.
No, not Jor-El. Are you talking about like the actual alien father, or are you talking about his like the Kents?
No, the actual alien father at the very beginning of the movie.
I
don't
remember.
think it's
Kevin
Gerard Butler.
Costner's
It's Kevin Costner.
No, that's the American one. Who's the alien father? Jor-El.
Jor-El's not his father though.
Kel-Al. Whatever.
That's him.
He's Kal-El.
Okay, Jor-El. Who is
This is why
mind.
people
We're
turn
done.
into the Nightcap after show to learn about Superman.
Never
I'll
mind.
look it
Never
up.
mind.
I
It's
will
fine.
look it up.
It's
Okay.
fine. Okay, so pretty much Todd is having a hard time dealing with the fact that Joel is pretty much just taking over his entire production.
Well, interestingly enough, we got like a bit of character development on
We
Todd,
did.
even though I dislike his character. Okay, he's been living in Jimmy's shadow all this time. Like the rest of the season, we haven't heard bad word one from Todd about Jimmy. He hero worships the guy. It seems like they've set that up, and then this week, all that bottled aggression burst forth.
I thought it was very therapeutic when he said at
Yeah.
the end, thank you, Jimmy. And I'm like, why did Joel get upset with him? That was the therapeutic release. He got to play, he was playing the role of Jimmy, and he needed to yell, and he needed to rant, and he needed to get a hug and closure and get it out. So I didn't understand that little ending there.
I think Joel
didn't like
probably
it.
I think Joel probly thought like, no, you're not supposed to be trying to get Jimmy's approval, and that's why he said
Okay.
thank you, Jimmy. And he's like, no,
Alexis,
no, no.
you are so smart.
You.
You really are.
Yeah, I think that's what that was. But I mean, I don't know. That's the good thing about these kind of shows. You can kind of go in whatever direction that you feel like
Yeah.
is, to you. And then, speaking of directions, pretty much we don't get to see the sketch at all. Just kind of ended there, and Joel's just kind of like, all right, we're done. And then we had Mariska Hargitay come in, and she was like, and I love how like Stacey came in and was just like, so Jimmy wants you to get eaten by an anaconda. That's cool, right? And she was like, yeah,
Yeah,
that
she was
sounds
like
great.
so smiley and into
And
it.
at first I was like, maybe she doesn't understand that this is like a real snake.
Right.
Maybe she thought it was like a fake
Yeah.
snake.
I couldn't buy it either. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and
What?
then when God, the trainer it was killing me slowly because I was just like, you were just the worst. Like not like
the snake guy from
yeah, the
Australia.
guy, the snake
the guy, snake guy.
Yeah, and he was just it was just so ridiculous. Like it was funny. It was just like I couldn't wrap my head around it. Sorry.
Wrap your mouth around it.
Oh my god.
Well, I really liked Mariska just like so game for it
Yeah,
the whole
she's just
time.
like
oh, and I guess SVU, she has to be dramatic and heavy always. So this was just like nice. She was like bright and like likable and just like into it. Sure, like
I've like never
maybe
seen her smile that much.
I know.
In like
It
a
was
really
great.
long
It was
time.
charming.
Yeah. So I love how like he's like describing what the snake's gonna do, and she's just like, yeah.
I'll do it.
Sure, that sounds great.
I'll do
I
it.
got it. And I think in my head, I'm like, do you understand that you could actually die? No? Okay, cool. And I love how everybody else around her, including, I think, the PR girl, unless she was just on her phone the entire time, they were all kind of reacting to the snake trying to eat her.
Well, she kept saying to Stacy, I know you have safeguards and I'm going to be safe. And I usually get from Stacy, she'll convince anybody to do anything. And this time she's like, no, we don't have any safeguards. And
Yeah,
Mariska,
she's not lying
Yeah,
to
the
you.
the show would be done if someone died, so she really
and
didn't
it's
want her
birthday.
to do it.
She didn't want a dead celebrity on her birthday.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into her birthday in just a second. So obviously they go on to the set, and she's like in her wetsuit, and she's like ready to go. And I love how
That's what that was.
is it Randy? Yeah,
that was a wetsuit.
I don't know. It was a weird jumpsuit
Yeah.
thing. I'm assuming she looked like a SeaWorld trainer.
Sure,
so I was
like for no drag for the snake.
Appropriate for being
yeah,
eaten by
makes sense.
eaten by a
rough
snake.
jelly.
So Randy, our sound guy, is just taking his sweet time putting the mic on her because he has a little tiny crush on her. I love how Phil. We got a little bit of a
Development there,
with
yeah.
Phil, where he's like, apparently I was just informed that I'm supposed to stop stalkers from hurting the guests or something.
And he kept repeating it. Like,
Yeah, he's
he
like, do you
memorized
think she's
it.
pretty? Like, really pretty?
I know.
And I'm like, what is happening right now? Would you do physical harm to her? And I'm like, what's happening? And I love that he did it to Stacey and Penny because I ship them so hard. So I don't know what their ship name would be because it's too hard to actually put that
Or
together.
you're going to come up with it because you're so fast.
No, I
Pacey.
can't.
By the end of this show, I want you to
Is it
have a
Pacey?
ship.
I love
What
that.
is it?
Pacey instead of, because it
Okay.
can't be Stenny because that
Penny
would be
and Stacey, okay.
weird.
They'd both be weird.
Yeah, it's not a very good ship name. Yeah, because it's Penny and Stacey.
Stency.
Stency or
Stacy? Oh, I was going to say Stasi.
nope,
No,
that's not how that works.
How about don't say that?
Yeah, nope, it's not gonna work. But we'll get there. So, but speaking, but pretty much she moved when he told her specifically, "Don't move, you're going to die." She moved, and apparently she only broke bones on the right side of her body.
Sure, so fine. Great.
So yeah, she's okay. She's gonna be
Overall, a
fine.
win.
Oh my god, I don't know how she's gonna be able to go back to work after that. That's gonna be interesting. Wait, and how do you do that? Do you just get a cast for just half your body? That's what I would have liked to see. To see her with
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe
Okay.
is a different person
It's
than
No,
Jerome.
but I can see.
They
but I
look.
can see
They
what
do
you
look
mean.
kinda
How I
like
could
that
be
makes
confused by
sense.
these two
Yes.
studly
yes.
guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, they have the same. They have that same kind of facial
Russell Crowe
structure.
is not a stud, I would submit.
Oh, you are harsh.
Well,
Okay.
everybody, I'm
No.
outvoted.
I'm also on the same boat.
Oh
He
my-
also ruined Les Miserables for me, so he's out the boat.
Russell Crowe, not Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Russell
he was
Crowe.
in Les Miserables.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the new one with Hugh
Singing
Jackman.
badly.
Oh
You
my
guys
god!
are
Don't even get me
so-
started.
Okay, we're off.
Don't get me started. I will be
So-
talking about
Okay,
this.
you stick
So-
with Jizz Bucket and Mark Cuban.
So it was Stacy's birthday.
Gonna move right along.
Someone ate a lit candle. That was nice.
That was
Great
actually
show
really
opener.
funny.
I liked that.
really
That
liked
was
how
a
that
SAG
happened.
rate, and so he was paid $300 to literally put that.
Because
But
his
it was,
face
but
is
the
recognizable in the
candle
shot.
was actually still. It had a flame on it.
Yeah.
And he just
You
stuffed
get an
the
extra
entire.
20 for that. If it's a lit, you get an extra 20 on your SAG voucher.
Oh my god, that's so scary to me because I was just like, what if you choke? Like
I
then
know.
what?
And how many takes do you have to do?
Yeah, I wanted actually that would have been my.
How
if
many
I-
lit candles have you had to eat?
I was gonna say how
That
many
was
licks does
the
it take
worst
to get to a
Tootsie
Tootsie
Pop I've
Roll?
ever heard.
You got that. Okay.
But I love how Penny was just really sweet, but I also felt bad for Stacey because I have friends that are like that. Are like, don't worry about it. Don't throw me
And you know
anything.
they want it, right?
Oh yeah, and I already know like straight up. I'm like, I gotta make them a party, but I hate that. I'm just like,
Well, if you're in
just tell me what you want.
Yeah,
what do you want?
It really
What do you
bothers
want?
me.
Tell me.
Just be a
do you want
Tell
ice
me.
cream cake? Do you want a this or that? Whatever, I'll do it.
drives me insane. So
Well, when you're in the entertainment business, you know it's all about me.
But it's
And
really
so
funny.
They want those parties.
yeah, but it's funny that you bring that up because the network that Nightcap is on, TV.
Which you
just
work
turned.
at.
I do. Just turned 2 years old today, so we actually had birthday
birthday
cake
party.
day. So I thought it was really
Oh.
funny. I wasn't expecting that, so I was like, that's
You had a
hysterical.
birthday
It's funny.
party for Nightcap show today? Is
No,
that what
for
you
No,
said?
Pop, the
for
network.
Pop TV.
Pop is only 2 years old?
Yeah, because
Oh my
they used to be
gosh.
TV Guide Network and then
Exactly.
became Pop. So Pop
I
Tech.
didn't know it was only 2 years old though. Wow.
Well, yeah, they just changed recently.
So what kind of
obviously.
cake?
It was a weird
Were there candles?
Yes, but it had the logo Pop. It was like the entire
that's so
cake.
cool.
Yeah, it had too much frosting. I think I have like diabetes now. But like, you know, whatever.
Exactly. You have
It's
to be
free
like
cake.
Yolanda to take just a little tiny taste. That's all you're allowed.
I should have done that, but I didn't. I had a whole giant end of it, and I was like,
Couldn't
I
try.
regret everything. But I guess someone who regretted some things today is Stacey. She went to the Wendy Williams show, which you were like, I think she's gonna stay there the entire time.
I was thinking, yeah, and then I
We
thought,
didn't get that.
no, yeah.
I'm pretty sad.
Yeah,
about
very
that.
little. That seemed a little bit to me tacked on to the end. Like she didn't even go. They set it up in the like first act that she had this thing today, and then it wasn't till like really like 2/3 through, like she goes to the place and has that little scene in the like reception area.
I thought that was great.
And
I
then-
Was that the
enjoyed
yeah,
it.
which was
reception
funny.
area? Because I think what they did is they went outside of Wendy Williams. I believe that was the sign because I've seen it before. But do you think I was trying to figure out, was that little lobby scene really at Wendy Williams?
Oh, I don't
I
think
would
so.
doubt it.
I don't think
I
so.
would.
Yeah.
I don't think they would be able to do that. Means they'd have
So
to
yeah,
shut
we didn't
down
get to
for
see
a day.
more. I wanted to see more of the whole Wendy Williams
Yeah,
thing.
it seemed like weird and tacked on that I thought like Wendy Williams might
Come
Come
out?
back? Yeah, I thought that would have been nice, but I bet you
Yeah.
Wendy's just so busy. She was probably
Exactly.
like, I can only do this one
And then,
day.
but then in right at the end, the like bulk of the exposition was all on the PR woman to be like, this happened, right? And you think this, and this is what you think now. It's just like instead of having a scene showing
Yeah.
some of this stuff happening, so that
I
felt like
would've
weird
liked-
and
This is Nightcap.
shoved in a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sad because I really wanted to see her and Wendy Williams talking and what the interview process was,
Yeah.
and then seeing her kind of freak out and thinking about what thinking what Nightcap was gonna be like without her, like what we
But
talked about last week.
also character-wise, it bothers me too because why would Stacey stay here? She obviously hates her job. She is so unappreciated, and it's a nightmare.
But at the same time, she's been here forever. This is like her
yeah,
little
so
ridiculous
time to
family.
friggin' leave.
No, a sensible
Yeah, you'd
person
be out
knows
the
that,
door.
but like
I'm moving on.
So would anybody in entertainment? Don't you think it's the production
I
people are
mean,
treated
no, I've
like
actually
badly.
seen some people who have lived their lives at a place that they absolutely feel like they're in a rut, but they can't do it. It's just something within them
That was
that's
like Jay Leno when
leaving
he
their
was here. It was
child.
like a
and
family.
the PR
Here in
woman
Burbank.
called it out. She was like, there's 100 Stacey's there to
Exactly.
get rid of you.
Yeah, that
yes,
is
they
true.
would.
And that's so
That is
true.
so
That is true. They will
And that's-
replace you in a second.
I mean, also,
So
how dare
get
you
out
turn
of there,
down
Stacey.
Wendy Williams? Like, obviously, anybody would be giving like their left pinky toe to work for Wendy
with
Williams.
the craft table like that. And,
Yeah, and the fact they have a
Barista.
full-time barista.
Yeah, give me some chai.
Also, can we talk about how cute that guard was? I was like, hello.
Oh, I was wondering if that was acceptable for you guys. My goodness, I'm
thought it was
afraid to
cute.
say anything.
Well, no, he's super cute.
So he was super
And
cute. Did you
I thought
agree?
the receptionist was cuter.
Well, that's also true because I was checking her out the
she
entire
was
time,
lovely.
and then
but also she was offering a bounty of free foods and stuff. So
Well, yeah,
that's
she's
appealing.
already like the love of my
Cole,
life
Miss
in my
Cole.
book. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. As soon as she came out with a chai latte and was like, "Look, there's fruit and pastries," I was like, "Marry me now."
Yep.
I want to go for a chai latte though.
Yeah, no. I mean, I just liked it because he was just it's so refreshing from Phil. So I was just like, yes,
Yeah.
you
But
can
Phil
obviously.
brought it at the end. I
He
know
did.
Yeah.
We'll
he
get
did.
to that maybe. Or,
Yeah, no, we
okay.
talked about it that
So
Phil
we
stopped.
exactly. We
Yeah.
just kind of brought it in a little bit, and that's like this is the last chance for Phil to do actually his
Hey, he
job.
did great. But like I said, everybody has had their little moments. Todd had his little moment where we got to see him kind of change.
Trying to be a director.
Yes, and he tried. And then
But
we
cute.
had
That's
Phil.
enough.
And we had Phil, sit there and actually do something.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
actually stopped somebody, which was Brandy.
Takedown.
Sure. And then we had
Nobody else.
I think that was
Stacey
it.
failed to have her moment in a
Yeah,
really
because-
depressing way. So they're going forward to season 2. I have no sympathy for her and all the hijinks of her crappy staff because you
chose
you
this.
screwed it.
You chose
I think it literally
to
could have
stay.
gone the other way. And I mean, I liked
Obviously, there's no show anymore if she leaves, but come on.
No. We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
My prediction was that she was going to go to Wendy Williams. The whole cast, or not cast, the crew was going to be going absolutely bonkers. Going,
Yeah.
what are we going to
She
do?
comes back.
Or they were like, you know what? We don't need you, and they were going to try try to do it, and we would watch the hijinks of them
Yeah.
trying to become Stacy. And I wanted Phil to dress up as Stacy and be like, I'm the new Stacy now, and like
how
try to walk
creative.
around
How
and like
creative.
pretend to be, and they're like, please stop, Phil, please put your.
You didn't say that last week, but that's
I
a
did-
great.
no, I
you
thought about
did?
that
Okay.
as we left.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
you are creative.
Yeah, so
And then
upset.
Stacy would feel sorry for them and come back. And
Yeah,
then we'd
like
have a
she would
show.
miss them,
There'd
and
be
then she'd come
something.
back,
Yeah.
or
You're
like,
right, you're right.
or Wendy
Could've
Williams,
worked.
or Wendy Williams would have been like, go to them, and she would like, okay, and like left, and it would have been really funny. Like that's what I was hoping what was gonna happen, and it didn't. But it's fine. Season 2 apparently is going to be full of A-listers, and it's gonna be, I think there's gonna be 13 episodes.
It's going to be better than ever, and you know why?
Why?
Because you gave us the inside scoop. Can we talk about that?
No, like no, I can't talk about that because I'll get in trouble. But I can say.
I tried, guys.
It's okay.
I try to give as much as I can.
I know.
Okay.
Just stay tuned
Stay
and
tuned.
definitely
It's gonna
follow.
be a fabulous season 2, for sure.
Yeah, just follow PopTV. You'll get all the
Yeah.
insight there and things like that.
More A-list stars. It's fabulous writing again.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be like 13 episodes. I think that's as much as I can tell you.
Oh,
Yeah, I
budget.
think. I
That's-
think the
Yeah.
budget's a little bit more, and that's why they're going to have more stuff to worry about. But like I said, it's going to be great. But now that we've talked about the season, final thoughts of the season before we get out of here. For the end of season 1.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Well, in this particular episode for me, there wasn't enough of some of the supporting cast. Particularly, I think Grady is the caterer chef guy.
didn't see
I didn't
him.
see
Like
much of
him.
him.
He was
Yeah.
just like in shots in like the group shots or whatever. But I
know.
really like him. I
Also,
think
we
he's
didn't
weird
get
know
and
you
funny.
lust after him. We
I
know.
do lust
We know.
after him.
He's great. I think he's hysterical. Yeah.
But so not enough of him. So I
Yeah.
think that would kind of be my hope for the coming season is
Sure,
like
sure.
build up those supporting characters a little more. Like Stacey and Penny's funny. Todd I could do without. So like,
No.
So I
Okay.
want and Marcus is kind of funny, and they didn't like utilize him, all the
didn't.
makeup artist, and so they didn't like utilize all their like support staff as much as I think they could, because they're all obviously comedic, funny actors, and get them in there.
We'll probably get more of them in the
Yeah.
second season. For
Well,
sure. Oh boy.
I loved Todd on the episode. That outfit
Did you
was
know?
so cute and cuddly, and it was so cute.
A cuddly hammer.
I loved it. He's like kind of a bear outfit. It was so cute. I would like to see more of Todd in season 2, including more shirtless scenes.
Yeah, more of his body.
More gratuitous body scenes for sure. You can even bring back Nippolini. I thought he was a fabulous guest star. And more jokes about Jizz Bucket. I think
That was really funny.
That's a great way to start the season. So
my
yeah,
God.
that's what I'm looking for in season 2.
I hope the opposite of your desire.
It's called contrasting points of view. That's why we have a well-rounded
That's right.
panel.
That's
I
right.
love it so much.
Yes.
Well, guys, I can't believe that we could say this, but season 1 is officially done. But don't worry, there is a season 2 coming up. Definitely follow PopTV. I think Nightcap also has a Twitter. You just got to keep up with them, and they'll let you know. I believe it's coming in the summer, so I think around
Yes.
either May or June. So just
Soon.
like I said, so just check it out. And like I said, it's going to be another short season, but it will be awesome. So, but since we are on hiatus until then, God, where can they find you, and what other shows are you doing
yes.
while the show
Yeah.
is done for now?
I am Hayley O'Connor, once again on Twitter at Hayley O'Connor and Instagram at Hayleywood. That's Hayley. And you can catch me on AfterBuzz Friday mornings at 10. We are doing a table read series of actors reading award-winning scripts that have not been produced, and it is
Whoa.
super fun, and you should all watch it here on AfterBuzz.
How cool is that? And I just want to say before I finish, 'cause this is so important, you are, Alexis, the bestest host.
No.
Yes, thank you,
did such
our
a good
leader.
job this season. I am serious.
Aw,
You
thank
kept the
you.
show going, high energy, so smart, so fast. Josh, our sound engineer, is amazing.
Yes, thank you
I had
to
put
our
that out
engineer.
there.
Yeah.
And my name is Chris Valentine. You can find me on Twitter at aka Golden Boy, website chrisvalentine.la. Check out my celebrity interviews. And then here at AfterBuzz, you can find me. I'm going to come back for Prince Charming, Finding Prince Charming. $1 Million Listing LA.
Whoop.
And Tuesday nights, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I am a permanent host.
Yay!
Finally. So check me out on those shows.
Well,
Thanks.
guys, definitely check out my panel, because without being wise or being golden, I can't get through the rest of my week, my
I love
year,
it.
my months, all that kind of stuff, because I have had an amazing, awesome time with the two of you.
Aw.
And you can find me all over social media, where all shenanigans will ensue besides the show, at ATorres890. That's ATORRES890. I'm doing also a crap ton of shows here at AfterBuzz. I am doing Robots in Disguise, Voltron, Supernatural, Lethal Weapon, Timeless, and there's a couple other ones. Yuri on Ice, things like that. There's going to be more. Sense8 when it comes back in May, and just a whole bunch in the 100 probably in the next couple weeks. So that's about 8 shows. So definitely keep up with me. Like I said, all that
Nobody
awesome
can
stuff.
keep up with you.
And you do sound engineering here too.
And I do sound. Well, you guys know me for Voice of the Booth and things like that.
Yes.
So definitely keep up with us. Don't forget to check out AfterBuzz TV for your favorite TV show, because we pretty much do it all. 100 shows a week. Check out iTunes for any shows like Nightcap or anything else that any of us do as well. And obviously check us out on YouTube because we're awesome. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.